Hey guys, welcome to the episode 4 of the podcast Beyond the Peel, your journey to self transformation. So today I'm going to be discussing about social lives, my social life, your social life, all our lives, because at a surface level all our social lives looks pretty much the same. We are all sailing in the same boat. We are all in our mid 30s. We have evolved. The times have really changed from what the social lives used to look like when we were children as opposed to what the social lives looks now. So I am just going to talk about what are the benefits of the social life. Are we actually reaping the benefits of a social life that we should, or are we just being carried away with the digital era? So if you're interested in any of that, do keep watching. Without further ado, I'm going to get into the episode, starting off with what a social life is. Just a one liner. What is a social life? I'm sure you all know, like by the name, what it says is it's something that we voluntarily create by forming those connections with other people so that we build good relationships with them, right? It is something that we do because we want to do. This is voluntarily. These are all authentic connections that we want to create. Connections which you have with your friends, with your colleagues, maybe with your extended family. So this is something that we create for ourselves. Our social lives are something which are in our hands. Now, before I move on, I do want to clarify there is a term called public life. What is a public life? It is something which is valid for people who are, public figures. We, at least at this stage, we are not public figures. So we do not really have a public life. The connections that we formed, that is our social life. Public life is something that those public figures have to do because of the commitments that they have. They have to attend some events. They have to have conversations with strangers because it is a part of their job and they really enjoy doing it. They are basically empowering people and they are educating people. Obviously, those things are not fake, but those are not part of their social life. That is what their public life is. When they are talking with strangers, imparting them education as a public figure, whatever they are supposed to be doing, that is what is a public life. Whereas social life is what we voluntarily choose to do. All right. So I hope that social life and public life difference is a little clear. We are all having our social lives, and that is what I'm going to be discussing. So now that we understand what a social life is, how do we create it, why do we create it, I think it's important to know why is social life really crucial for a person. All right, there are many benefits to it, as I'm repeating. First, a healthy social life is responsible for emotional well-being. Like if you have very good friends, if you have a very good circle of your close friends, your emotional health is really going to be great, because I'm sure you know, like you cannot discuss everything with your family, right? That's where friends come in picture. You can really literally vent out all your emotions in front of your friend circle. So your emotional health, emotional well-being is really boosted if at all you have really valuable and authentic friend circle or an authentic social life. If you have people, on the contrary, if you have people within your social life who you don't really vibe with, you don't really like, but still they are part of your circle, that can have negative impact on you as well. So it's really important that we choose people who are part of our social lives, because it has a huge impact into our emotional well-being, in our emotional state of mind. Okay, the next benefit of having a great social life is our mental health. I think as a result of a good emotional well-being, our mental health is going to be really important. If we have someone who we can speak our heart out to, and suppose you had a bad day at office, or you have had a bad day with your family, and your family doesn't understand things that you're saying and stuff like that, anything, you have a group of friends who are really non-judgmental, who really are close to you. They understand, even if they don't understand you logically, they're still there to support you. They're there to provide you that support. So your mental health as a result of that is going to be really great. So that's why having a healthy social life is really important. Having a good list of friends in your social life is going to be really important. Another such benefit of having this great social life is your identity and self-esteem, right? Since you are able to speak your heart out to other people, those other people are your close friends, your self-confidence boosts, because there is someone at least who's listening to you, someone who is able to understand you, at least partially, if not fully. If someone understands you fully and is supporting you to their best ability, there is nothing like that. So your self confidence and self-esteem really boosts if you have really good social life, right? And as a result of which you have your own identity. So if you have a group of friends who are non-judgmental and you can really vent your heart out, you feel that you have your own identity. You can say whatever you feel. You don't have to hide your emotions and pretend to be like someone else just because other people don't judge me and other people don't say what a weirdo this person is, right? So your identity is really strengthened, your self esteem really gets boosted if you have a really good social life, if you have really good friends who are supporting you in different steps of the way, right? The another benefit of having a great social life is for learning and growth, right? So we live in a society, like you cannot survive in this world by just staying alone कि एक कमरे में बंद कर लिया, all my life I'm not going to speak with anyone, I don't care what other people are doing. That is not really good. It's going to have very negative impact. If you think that this is something that you want to do and this is something that will help you grow, you are completely wrong. You need to have a good social life, because that's how you're going to learn and grow, because those close friends are the ones who are going to be providing you feedback and honest feedback. Even if they didn't like what you say, they're going to provide a positive feedback in a positive way, like maybe this is not the way it, I don't think it will work, maybe you want to try changing this or whatever. So as an individual you are going to grow, because you need to speak with someone to tell your ideas and vent out whatever you feel, and then the other person might say, हाँ ठीक है, तेरी लड़ाई हो गई, I know you are really sad about it, I know you are pissed at that person, but maybe what they were saying was also right. So what has happened here is that you have now realized कि हाँ यार, now I am hearing it from a third person, I think I need to retrospect कि maybe I was wrong. So that's how you are as an individual learning, you are growing. So it's important that you have friends who are providing you that sort of a validation, who are providing you with honest feedback, so that you all grow individually. It's not only about you. I think you being in someone else's social life, in someone else's inner circle, you want to make sure you are that person that you want to be with, right? So be that person who is available for others, who is available for for their friends, who's providing them the honest feedback, who's there for them, who's supporting them emotionally, mentally, understands them. So jaisa aapko friend chahiye, be that sort of friend, and that's how you're going to attract people, and that's how you're going to form really lifelong friendship. Because it's really important that you have someone by your side who understands you, who's always there for you no matter what. You don't need friends who are only going to be there with you in good times. You need friends who are going to be there in your bad times, in your average times, right? So that's why this having a healthy social life is really important. Another benefit, I'm just getting all these points while speaking. Another benefit of having this social life is you have a sense of belonging. What does that mean? Like, you feel that you are not alone who is feeling this. You are not alone who is just in your own thoughts, and you have your own ideas. So wo validation mil jati hai if you have someone who's providing you that sort of feedback. So you feel that you belong in this place. So you have that sense of belonging, and earlier, as I was saying, that boosts your self-esteem. That boosts your identity as a person. The last benefit of having a social life is, like, your social needs are fulfilled. As I said, like, we are on this planet Earth. You cannot survive alone. You need some person, be it your family. Maybe you have someone like that in your family. Many a times we don't have that in our family, because in our family there are a lot of expectations, there are a lot of judgments, which is all good. That's fine. Which means that you need someone who's outside your family, who really vibes with you, with whom you really feel yourself. So those are the sort of social needs that you need to make sure are being met for you. And similarly, if you are expecting some figure to be there who is meeting all those social needs for you, you also need to be that person who is providing all these social needs for your friend. तो ये two way communication है, one way नहीं है. I have seen a lot of people wherein there are these two friends. One of them is just in a listening mode, the other one is just in a talking mode. तो क्या हो रहा है, after years दूसरा person जो बोल नहीं रहा है कुछ भी, they are just listening. Yes, they love them, they are there for them, they are supporting them, but the other person is not realizing that the one who's not speaking anything, they need to speak up, they need to talk their heart out. So it's a two-way street, it's not a one-way street. So wo social need, it is a responsibility of everyone to fulfill each other's social needs. It's really important to have this, a good social life, a good handful of friends. So the reason I say handful is कि doesn't matter if you have lots of friend. Like हमने देखा होगा कुछ लोग होते हैं बहुत ज़्यादा social होते हैं, which is quite good. Like that is a skill they have. I personally don't have that skill. I don't have huge friends. Even when I was in school, or when I was in college or in office also, I hardly had like maybe one or two from each phase of life. I didn't have a lot of people. Whereas my best friend, she was very social. That is her skill, which is really commendable. तो either ways it's right. No one over here is wrong कि अगर आपको ज़्यादा दोस्त बनाने नहीं आते, doesn't mean you're wrong. It's just your personality. But जितने भी handful of friends you have, you want to make sure you are giving your 100% to them rather than giving 20, 30, 50 अलग अलग करके सबको दे रहे हो. अगर आपके पास 4-5 friends भी हैं, that should be all throughout your life. Combine करके मेरे पास 4-5 friends ही हैं all through, मतलब कॉलेज से, ऑफिस से, स्कूल से 4-5 से ज़्यादा नहीं है. एंड आई एम प्राउड ऑफ दैट. देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग विद इट. एटलीस्ट आई नो दैट फॉर दोज फ्रेंड्स आई एम देयर. आई एम सपोर्टिंग देम इमोशनली. आई एम सपोर्टिंग देम in their well-being. I really mean good for them, as opposed to someone who has a lot of friends and they are not really available for each one of them. Like really need to have like a closed group of circles so that your social needs are met with. Again, I'm repeating, it's really 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 important that you have a very good social life. क्योंकि लाइफ में देयर आर गोइंग टू बी लॉट्स ऑफ अप्स एंड डाउन्स, राइट. आपके करियर में बहुत कुछ हो सकता है, आपकी फैमिली में बहुत कुछ हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है, कल को कुछ भी हो सकता है. सो यू नीड समवन, यू नीड दैट सपोर्ट सिस्टम टू स्टैंड. यू नीड someone to be there. Your spouse could be your support system. So for me, my spouse is, my husband is my best friend. Like he's like the first one in that list of close friends, because we have actually been friends before, and then we started dating and all of that, and then we got married, all of that. But first we were friends. So with him, my relationship is that I can literally speak my heart out. I know that both of us are there to support each other emotionally. काफी बार ऐसा होता है, our thoughts don't match. I'm not saying that all of these friends you have कि सबके साथ वन ऑन वन मैच होना चाहिए. बिल्कुल ही आपका थॉट प्रोसेस आपका रेप्लिका नहीं बनेगा. कोई भी नहीं होगा जो आपके जैसा एग्जैक्टली होगा. इन माई केस ऑल्सो माई हस्बैंड एंड माइन थॉट्स आर रियली रियली डिफरेंट, बट वी रिस्पेक्ट ईच अदर्स थॉट्स. अगर वो कुछ करता है, सो आई रिस्पेक्ट वॉट ही इज डूइंग. हिज थॉट प्रोसेस इज यूनिक, माइन इज यूनिक. इफ आई डू समथिंग, ही रिस्पेक्ट्स इट, ही लिसन्स टू इट, एंड ही इमोशनली is available for me all the time. It's the same relationship that you need to have with either your spouse or other friends that you have. But that having a good and healthy social life is really really important. Now, since we are in this era, it's 2023. What do the current times look like? Like, what are the social lives nowadays? Obviously, one of the biggest thing is the social media era that we are living in, right? So there is this digital connectivity all around. Like, I remember जब Orkut आया था, I know many people, I don't know if you all remember, but जब Orkut था Facebook से भी पहले, तो when that had come, it was really cool that time. अभी तो even my child who is 5 years old, उसको पता है Instagram क्या है, उसको पता है Instagram reels कैसे बनानी है. और जब Orkut आया था, I think we were in college, and that time it was really first social media that we had faced. So what I did was I started searching for my friends in which I had in school, and I added them, and then I messaged them, and it felt really good, right? तो जिस era में हम अभी रह रहे हैं, we are easily able to connect with anybody who we want. Like suddenly if I remember कि यार ये वाला मेरा classmate था, and let's see what they are doing, let's just connect with them. It was really good times we had that time. तो वो digital connectivity इतनी अच्छी हो गई है for good. This technology that we have at the moment, it's really good. So this modern era, we have this digital connectivity. We have online community of people wherein we can speak with people. ये groups बना लेते हैं हम Facebook पे, Insta पे, WhatsApp पे. It's really easy. Like family का group बन गया है, स्कूल फ्रेंड्स का ग्रुप बन गया, कॉलेज फ्रेंड्स का ग्रुप बन गया, आई एम श्योर यू ऑल हैव दैट एज वेल। तो वो कनेक्टिविटी से हमने ऑनलाइन कम्युनिटीज बना ली। ऑब्वियसली दिस इज ऑल आवर सोशल लाइफ ओनली, दीज आर द पीपल दैट वी चोज in different phases of our life, and now we are meeting all of them through with the help of technology, which is great. Now it has also benefited us in working. Like my company that I work in, we are work from anywhere, which means I can work from Himalayas if I want to, I can work from a beach if I want to, as long as I have a device and an internet connectivity. They have no problem as long as I'm working. So I do remote work, so it has worked wonderfully well. अभी कोविड के टाइम पे जो भी टेक्नोलॉजिकल स्पेस में थे, आईटी में थे, they were still working even when most of the other professions they had faced a hit, क्योंकि सब कुछ बंद था and they couldn't really go to their office. तो there was a lot of that was a bad phase for a lot of people. But people who are in IT, who are in this technology space, who have adopted themselves and been with the track with times, they have really benefited from it. तो हम लोग उस टाइम पे भी रिमोट वर्क कर रहे थे, we were still sitting at home doing our work. Now also I am sitting at home, I am doing my work. Nothing is impacted. So that internet era, that technology era has really benefited in a lot of ways, right? Dating को देख लो as an example. पहले क्या होता था, for marriages, especially in India, we obviously rely mostly on our parents to find a suitable match. But abhi there are all these websites, there are these dating apps. Even if you like मैरिज तक भी छोड़ दो, मैरिज से भी बहुत पहले, if you want to find someone, you can go on a dating app. I have not personally used any dating app, but yes, you can use Tinder or likes of that. कुछ भी personality traits के साथ match करके you can see, meet that person, see if you are compatible. Obviously there are a lot of benefits. और marriages के case में भी all these online portals wherein you can make your profile and see if there is a match for you. So that way it has really benefited in this space as well, right? ये जो entertainment streaming platforms है, पहले movies देखने only theater was the option. अभी like I personally rarely go to movie theaters now. I wait कि वो कब आ जाएगी Netflix पे movie या Prime पे या Hotstar पे, right? तो उस वाइज हमारी लाइफ कितनी सिंपल हो गई है, घर बैठे बैठे ही सब कुछ हो गया है, right? So if I have to order groceries, those are available. अब तो instant delivery का ज़माना है, wherein within 10 minutes I guess groceries. Like सुबह मुझे याद आता है यार मेरे को तो डोसा बनाना है, but I don't have the batter. तो I open Zepto and I order it, and within 15 minutes it's at my doorstep, right? So you see this age that we are living in, technological age that we are living in, our lives have become really easy for good, definitely for good. Now everything has a positive and a negative. सब चीज के pros and cons होते हैं, right? So इस डिजिटाइज्ड एरा में रहने की वजह से हमारी सोशल लाइफ कैसी हो गई है, राइट? द पॉजिटिव साइड्स ऑफ इट, आई ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विद पॉजिटिव साइड्स. द पॉजिटिव साइड्स ऑफ दोज आर लाइक as I've been mentioning, we have the increased connectivity. अभी हम जिससे भी हमें बात कर रही हैं, बचपन के दोस्त से बात करनी है, हूँ वी डोंट नो वो कहाँ चला गया है, अब्रॉड चला गया, वी डोंट नो, उससे बात करना है, वी कैन ईजिली कनेक्ट विद देम एट एनी टाइम वी वांट. हमें अपनी फैमिली मेम्बर्स से बात करनी है, लाइक वी स्टे अवे फ्रॉम आवर फैमिलीज, तो आजकल नॉर्मल कॉल तो आई डोंट थिंक हार्डली एनीवन यूजेस. सभी लोग व्हाट्सएप वीडियो कॉल ही करते हैं, राइट? So you can instantly connect with your family members, you can instantly connect with your friends who you have lost touch with. You have access to all the information, right? abhi like if we want some information, hum directly internet pe jaake we can do that. Remote work is there, right? तो वो एक तरह से positive side है. Even though ऑफिस जाने का अपने बेनिफिट्स हैं, बट रिमोट वर्क के भी अपने बेनिफिट्स हैं. वी सॉ दैट स्पेशली इन द कोविड टाइम. सो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पॉजिटिव्स दैट कम्स विद दिस modern age digitization. Now when we see what are the negative effects of that, obviously first of them is the digital addiction. हमारा screen time बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया है. Like the example that I was giving कि I get grocery within 10-15 minutes at my home. तो मेरा वॉकिंग लेवल कम हो गया, ऑब्वियसली, राइट? हर एक चीज़ का पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव होता है. सो नाउ द वे आई लुक एट इट, इन सम केसेस जहाँ पे इमरजेंसी है, इट्स बेनिफिशियल फॉर मी, बट इन अदर केसेस इट माइट हैव बीन बेनिफिशियल फॉर मी अगर मैं थोड़ा सा खुद ही चल के जाके वो चीज़ ले लूँ, राइट? अभी हम ऑनलाइन ही ज़्यादातर लोगों से कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं. इट वुड बी बेनिफिशियल अगर हम लोग ज़्यादा इन पर्सन मीटअप्स करें रादर देन डूइंग वीडियो कॉल्स, राइट? ऑब्वियसली पीपल हु आर वेरी फार, उनको तो वीडियो कॉल ही करेंगे, बट उसकी वजह से, लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई गिव माई केस, आई थिंक दैट्स द केस विद मोस्ट पीपल आई हियर, कि फ्रेंड सर्कल जो है 5 से 6 साल से प्लान ही बना रहे हैं मिलने का, कोई भी मिल ही नहीं पा रहा है, नोबडी हैज़ टाइम. पहले जब कनेक्शन नहीं था, इंटरनेट कनेक्शन नहीं था इतना प्रोमिनेंट उस टाइम पे, लाइक बाय हुक और क्रुक वो फोन कॉल पे बात करते ही वी यूज टू मेक प्लान्स एंड वी यूज टू गो आउट एंड मीट, राइट? तो उसका पॉजिटिव भी है और उसका नेगेटिव भी है। ऑब्वियसली वो सोशल, अभी सिंस हम सोशल मीडिया पे हैं तो काफी लोगों की पर्सनालिटी ऐसी होती है वेर इन वी सी कि हाँ लॉट्स ऑफ पीपल आर पोस्टिंग ऑल दीज पिक्चर्स, वीडियोज, वेकेशंस, ऑल ऑफ दैट। तो हम लोग अपने आप को आइसोलेट कर लेते हैं, यार मेरी लाइफ तो इतनी कूल है नहीं, मुझे कुछ भी पोस्ट नहीं करना है। मैं अभी कंपेयर करना शुरू कर जाऊंगी उसके साथ कि उसकी लाइफ बहुत कूल है, मेरी लाइफ तो बहुत बोरिंग है, व्हाट विल पीपल थिंक ऑफ मी। तो वो ओवर थिंकिंग मोड में जाके वो सोशल आइसोलेशन आ जाता है बंदे में, वो कॉम्प्लेक्स आ जाता है जब हम दूसरों को देखते हैं ये सब चीजें करते हुए। हाँ पॉजिटिव साइड उसका ये है कि हाँ हमें एटलीस्ट पता चल रहा है कि कौन कहाँ है, बट द नेगेटिव साइड टू दैट इज कि वी स्टार्ट कंपेयरिंग इट, राइट? नाउ अलोंग साइड दैट जब सोशल मीडिया की बात हो रही है, देयर आर प्राइवेसी कंसर्न्स। अभी there is dark web, there are these hackers who can get access to any sort of information, right? तो उसका वो थोड़ा नेगेटिव इफेक्ट है कि प्राइवेसी कंसर्न्स है, थोड़ा सिक्योरिटी वाइज भी हमें थोड़ा सा ज्यादा माइंडफुल रहना पड़ेगा। येस इट्स अवेलेबल, एवरीथिंग इज अवेलेबल आउट देयर, बट येस वी हैव टू बी अ लिटिल केयरफुल फ्रॉम अ प्राइवेसी स्टैंडपॉइंट एज वेल, फ्रॉम अ सिक्योरिटी स्टैंडपॉइंट एज वेल। A lots of time people are trying to, because of this social media, people are trying to be what they are actually not, like they are portraying themselves what they are not, राइट? तो वो काफ़ी मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन हो जाता है। कई कई जगह पे हमने देखा है कि इन्फॉर्मेशन जो सर्कुलेट होती रहती है व्हाट्सएप में या फिर ऑनलाइन सोशल मीडिया पे, इट्स फेक ओनली, बट इतना ज़्यादा वो वायरल हो जाता है तो वो लगने लगता है कि वो सही है। सो दैट मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द थ्रेट दैट वी आर करंटली फेसिंग। तो साइबर बुलिंग और हरासमेंट भी हो सकती है, सिंस ऑल ऑफ योर इन्फॉर्मेशन इज आउट देयर, anybody can literally blackmail you or whatever, can use it for negative purposes. And as I was mentioning, remote work is really beneficial, हम लोग घर बैठे बैठे काम करें, बट उसका नेगेटिव ये है कि हमारी वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस भी खराब हो रही है। लाइक आई एम वर्किंग फ्रॉम होम बट आई एम वर्किंग टिल 10 PM एट नाइट, तो वेयर इज माई टाइम विद माई चिल्ड्रन, वेयर इज माई टाइम विद माई फैमिली? तो जो भी एक पॉजिटिव है उसका एक नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट भी है। तो जब हम इन जनरल सोशल लाइफ की बात करते हैं, सो वी हैव टू रियली असेस वेयर वी आर एट। तो अभी ये डिजिटाइजेशन इरा की वजह से हमारी सोशल लाइफ को क्या हो रहा है, अभी मैंने जो पहले बोले थे कि काफ़ी बेनिफिट्स है, इमोशनल वेलबींग, हमारी सोशल सर्कल होना चाहिए, हमारी मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए अच्छा है, वो सब बेनिफिट्स जो हैं धीरे धीरे वैनिश हो रहे हैं। दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम विद द करंट सोशल लाइफ। येस देयर आर लॉट ऑफ बेनिफिट्स, बट जो एक्चुअल में सोशल लाइफ होनी चाहिए, वेर इन यू आर इंटरेक्टिंग विद पीपल, ऑथेंटिक लोगों के साथ ऑथेंटिक कॉन्वर्जेशंस कर रहे हैं, वी आर ऑल जेन्युइन टू ईच अदर, वी एक्चुअली लव ईच अदर, वो बेनिफिट्स कम हो रहे हैं। हमारी इमोशनली हम लोग ड्रेन हो जाते हैं बिकॉज वी स्टार्ट कंपेयरिंग आवर लाइव्स। हमारी मेंटल हेल्थ अफेक्ट हो जाती है क्योंकि हम लोग सोचते हैं कि यार ये बंदा तो इतना अचीव कर रहा है, इवन इफ दे आर फेकिंग इट, वी डोंट नो कैमरा के पीछे कुछ भी हो रहा है, वी डोंट नो। सो इवन इफ दे आर फेकिंग इट, सो हम लोग उससे अफेक्ट होके हमारी मेंटल लाइफ में हमारी मेंटल हेल्थ पे थोड़ा सा अफेक्ट पड़ता है। सो जिसकी वजह से हम लोग अपने आप को क्वेश्चन करते हैं कि एम आई नॉट गुड इनफ? तो जो हम लोग पॉइंट बोल रहे थे कि सोशल लाइफ होने की वजह से एक्चुअल में हमारी सेल्फ एस्टीम बढ़नी चाहिए, हमारी आइडेंटिटी बढ़नी चाहिए, वो जो है डिमिनिश हो जाती है जब हम इतनी इंफॉर्मेशन लेके अपने आप को कंपेयर करते हैं लोगों के साथ। तो जो एक्चुअल सपोर्ट सिस्टम हमें मिलता है, क्योंकि जो वन ऑन वन कॉन्वर्जेशन स्टिल कैन नॉट बी रिप्लेस्ड, राइट? अगर आप किसी पर्सन के साथ वन ऑन वन फेस टू फेस बैठे हो इन पर्सन, उसका देयर इज नो कंपैरिजन टू दैट ऑब्वियसली, राइट? क्योंकि उसमें हमें पता चलता है कि बंदे के इमोशंस क्या है, बंदे की वाइब क्या है, डू यू रियली रेजोनेट विद ईच अदर, इज द अदर पर्सन फेकिंग और नॉट? तो वो जो पर्सनल टच है वो तो कंप्लीटली लूज हो गया है। सो यू नेवर नो हु इज ऑथेंटिक और हु इज नॉट, ठीक है? अभी हम लोगों से चैट कर रहे हैं, व्हाट आर दे एक्चुअली फीलिंग अबाउट यू और व्हाट आर दे एक्चुअली टाइपिंग अबाउट यू, सो इट कुड कंप्लीटली बी डिफरेंट। तो जो वो जितने भी बेनिफिट्स हमने बोले थे सोशल लाइफ के, इन पर्सन सोशल लाइफ के, वो सब डिमिनिश हो रहे हैं धीरे धीरे बिकॉज ऑफ द डिजिटाइजेशन एरा। सो अभी हमें क्या करना चाहिए? नाउ वी नो कि बेनिफिट्स हैं, वी नो कि ये टेक्नोलॉजिकल चेंज है, ये तो होना ही था, लाइक मूविंग फॉरवर्ड और भी टेक्नोलॉजी इवॉल्व होगी एंड इट्स फॉर आवर बेनिफिट ओनली। आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि नहीं होनी चाहिए, बट एज एन इंडिविजुअल इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू असेस एंड फाइंड अ healthy balance. Like when we are on our social media, when we are on all of these platforms, we need to make sure कि हम लोग अपना हेल्दी बैलेंस फाइंड आउट कर पा रहे हैं कि येस आई एम यूजिंग टेक्नोलॉजी फॉर माई बेनिफिट, एट द सेम टाइम आई एम नॉट ब्लाइंडली ट्रस्टिंग वट एवर इन्फॉर्मेशन इज आउट देयर. तो वो बैलेंस फाइंड आउट करना ज़रूरी है. अगर मैं रिमोट वर्क कर रही हूँ, आई नीड टू मेक श्योर कि मेरी वर्क और लाइफ बैलेंस्ड है, अदरवाइज इट्स गोइंग टू हैव नेगेटिव रेपरकशंस. तो कोई भी चीज़ जब हमारे पास जब पॉजिटिव चीज़ आती है, वी नीड टू टेक द पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ इट एंड फ्लश आउट द नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ इट. वो थोड़ा सा हमें माइंडफुल रहना पड़ेगा हमारी सोशल लाइफ के बारे, क्योंकि अगर हम ओवरवेल्म्ड रहेंगे, अगर हमारे थॉट्स नेगेटिव रहेंगे, अगर हमारी फीलिंग्स नेगेटिव रहेगी, वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू प्रोग्रेस इन आवर लाइफ. सो इट इज ऑन इंडिविजुअल पर्सन, इट्स ऑन मी एज एन एग्जाम्पल टू मेक श्योर कि मैं कितना सोशल मीडिया कंज्यूम करी हूँ. कई लोगों को तो सुबह सुबह उठ के आदत होती है, वी बिकम एडिक्टेड टू इट. सुबह सुबह उठ के आदत होती है कि अपना इंस्टाग्राम चेक करेंगे, फेसबुक चेक करेंगे, नाइट में सोने से पहले इंस्टाग्राम फेसबुक चेक करेंगे, व्हाटएवर. सो वो उन्होंने इतना एडिक्शन बना लिया है उसको. वी नीड टू यूज सोशल मीडिया या ऑल ऑफ दिस टेक्नोलॉजी फॉर आवर बेनिफिट, नॉट यूज इट सो दैट इट creates negative effects on us. So वो balance बनाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. For us, as we are in our mid-30s, which means when we were growing up, we didn't see this technology. Now, with us, many people who are watching, I am personally in technology space. I know how all these products are made and stuff, right? तो हमने ही ये चीज़ बनाई है. So we need to make sure कि हम लोग इसको अपने benefit के लिए यूज़ कर रहे हैं, ना कि इसको नेगेटिविटी के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं. वी डोंट वांट टू गेट ओवरवेल्म्ड बाय टेक्नोलॉजी. वी डोंट वांट टू मेक श्योर कि टेक्नोलॉजी इज बिकमिंग ब्लॉकर फॉर अस, राइट? अभी जैसे मैं ये वीडियो रिकॉर्ड कर रही हूँ, ये टेक्नोलॉजी है. आई हैव एक्सेस टू फोन, आई हैव एक्सेस टू लैपटॉप, आई हैव एक्सेस टू इंटरनेट. तो आई एम यूजिंग इट फॉर माई ओन बेनिफिट. अब इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि मैं पूरा दिन या तो फोन ही करती रहूंगी या पूरा दिन मैं इसमें रहूंगी. तो जो मेरी सोशल लाइफ है, जो मेरे को पर्सनल कनेक्शंस बनाने हैं, दैट आई एम नॉट डूइंग बिकॉज I just want to be available online. So I think finding that healthy balance is really important. We don't want to get carried away in this, right? So I think that is what I had in my mind regarding social life and how it can impact us as individuals. हमारे emotions कैसे होंगे, हमारे thoughts कैसे होंगे. So we really need to regulate ourselves and keep our identity what we are. We don't need to fake just because someone else is faking it. जो भी दिखता है वैसा नहीं बन जाना है. वी नीड टू मेक श्योर कि हम अपनी आइडेंटिटी वैसी बना रहे हैं. जो पर्सनल कनेक्शंस हैं, हम वो पर्सनल कनेक्शंस बना के रख रहे हैं, राइट? सो आई एम गोइंग टू एंड द वीडियो विद दैट. डू लेट मी नो व्हाट योर thoughts are on this social media and how your social life looks like. What are the things that you do to make sure कि हाँ कुछ balance रहे या फिर you are completely overwhelmed. So do let me know via comments, and with that I'm going to end the video. Next week again there's going to be an interesting topic. I'm going to see you then. Bye bye.